Hello everyone. So today's video was on one of my subscriber requests to show how to test MINI R50 power steering pump on a bench. Yeah. So I will show you how to turn it on off the car. Yeah. How to take it apart and what service procedure you need to do if you have it off the car. How to clean it and how to prepare to put back on the car. Yeah. So what we will need for that, car battery. I use just the old car battery. I put a charger on it, keep it charged, yeah, because it's old. We need some wires to connect power to the pump and send the control signals to it, because if you will just connect the power, it won't turn on. Yeah. Now my pump is damaged, unfortunately. Yeah, the positive terminal on the connector is rotten off completely, like rusted and fallen off. So I've soldered some additional wire, yeah, just to make it power on somehow, yeah. But so let me show you how to connect it. We have two connectors on the pump, left and right. Left is power connector, right is signal connector, yeah. So there's power connector. Left is negative terminal, right is positive terminal. As you see, my positive terminal is rotten off, so yeah, that's why I have to solder that red wire. Control connector have 3 pins, yeah. Each of them are marked 1 to 3. So I had to wire that red wire instead of that rotten pin in the power connector, yeah. But that's how it is. I don't have a working pump. Now we need to connect few wires. First of all, let's connect the power. I have a original cable from a car, yeah. So let's stick it in. I need it to feed the power, so I will feed minus 12 volt using that cable, yeah. Now, so left terminal is minus 12 volt connected to minus terminal of a battery, yeah, just like so, yeah. Now positive terminal, I will use that red wire, yeah, and connect it to positive terminal of our battery. Yeah, you see it's sparking, but nothing happens, yeah. Pump just lays there doing nothing. Next, we will need one extra wire to connect to a positive terminal of a battery, yeah, plus 12 volts. Right? Now, that's a plus 12 volts. Now, we need to connect 2 wires to a control terminal of that pump. We need pins 1 and 2, yeah. They're marked there. You will see numbers 1 and 2. That I will stick my, like, it's from Arduino logo pins. That's how it looks when connected, yeah. Now that we have both pins connected, yeah, first one, green one, is ignition signal, yeah. Second one, yellow, is a signal from your alternator. Green wire, yeah. Let me make visible, yeah. 12 volts connected. Pump does not start, which is fine. It should be like that. Now take your yellow wire and connect to a 12 volts, and you immediately can hear that pump start working, yeah. To turn it off, disconnect those both wires, and it should stop immediately. So that's a proper working sequence of that pump. Why it's like that? On the car, when you sit in your car, yeah, and you put and you turn the ignition on, yeah, it feeds the power to that green wire, but not to the yellow wire. So it doesn't drain your battery, yeah. If you put the power to that connector and it immediately starts spinning, that pump has damaged electronic block, yeah. Also, if you put ignition on and it starts spinning, you also have a damaged electronic block. Why is that? Because on a car, when you turn on the ignition, it should not turn on the pump. It didn't make intention to not drain your battery. Then you start your engine, yeah, and that wire on the car is connected to alternator. As soon as alternator starts charging the battery, it gives a positive signal on that wire, yeah, like that. Imagine that we turn it on ignition and starting the car, yeah. As soon as we started the car, alternator started working. Alternator starts working now. Pump turn it on, yeah, and works while you are driving. Next, you turn it off your ignition, pump, stop it, yeah. That's how it should work if it's fully working pump, yeah. Now, what should you do before putting the pump on the car? It's old pump, and all of them have one major problem. It's carbon buildup inside that motor. Let me show you how to take it apart and what to service and why, yeah. The easiest way is to take off that. I don't remember which one. The easiest way is to take off the pump part first and then rear cover. So to do that, we need T27 Torx bit, yeah, and we will remove those 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, yeah. They are all the same size, so no need to worry about missing them, etc. Now we are ready to separate that. Put something like a screwdriver, yeah, and gently separate those 2 parts. There will be some oil inside as well, yeah. Now that's a pump part, yeah. Let me show you how it looks, yeah. There's a rotor inside, and there's one seal. You see that rubber seal? That's one of the issues that could happen with the pump, and it could leak the oil, yeah. So if you see your pump, let me show you where. If you see that your pump is leaking oil between those, let me put it back together, between those 2 parts, yeah, and it will leak in one special place. Usually it leaks down here, yeah, like on the joint. That means that your seal needs replacement, yeah. You can find that seal on eBay. Okay. Usually. Now we need to open and service that electric motor. Electric motor is you will need bit what size is that? I don't know. T20, yeah, yeah. You will need T20 star bit, and you will need to remove the 3 small screws. Remove that 3rd one, and now we are ready to open motor part. To do that, just stick you like a screwdriver between those parts, yeah, and gently pry it. Gently. Be careful. There are strong magnets in that pump, so don't stick your. Try to not sticking your fingers in that gap, because it could jam your fingers, yeah. Now, next step is really simple. Not that simple, okay, but you basically need to pull that apart. It will resist. Be careful, there are very strong magnets, and that's motor cover opener. Look at that junk, yeah. Let me show you closely. Look at that. All the poo from motor brushes, they stay inside the pump and circulate across it, yeah, damaging electronic and everything. That's why we need to open it and blow it out with the compressed air outside. Same thing. Let me put it to the side. Look how look how dirty is that. Yeah, and look at that motor rotor. Yeah, it's all covered in same carbon dust and junk. Yeah, it's all dirty. You see? Look at that. Look at my finger. Yeah, it's all like packed with that. There's one seal, that orange one. Try not to damage it because it's usually tend to kinda crack. I will temporarily lift it. Gently, gently, gently. No hard pressure, nothing. Just light. Be very careful with that, because it's really hard to damage that seal, and you will definitely have an issue with that later. Just that's an O-ring, yeah. Just pull it gently to the side, and that's all. Now we need to take all that, use the compressed air, and blow that chunk out. Because look, it's impossible to do anything with that. Yeah? Okay, let's blow all the junk out of it. Phew. And let's blow the motor. Yeah, look at that. Did you saw how much of that junk fallen out? Yeah, like that was all inside that rotor and electronic block. Okay, now that we cleaned both those parts, we can do a further inspection. First of all, inspect your magnets. Yeah, let me show you how they look. That's our magnets. Yeah, they should be without cracks, whatever. Just nice 4 magnets. Yeah, solid. Now inspect your rotor. Yeah, like obviously there should not be any burn marks, whatever. Yeah, it should have a nice even like amber color. That bearing, I would say, inspect the bearings. That bearing is definitely dry and would be nice to replace it. Yeah, that one we need to take off that circlip and press it out. Now what's important to inspect is the brushes that are located in that area. Yeah, let me move it closer and show you how that looks. I hope you can see it, but those are rotor contacts, and you see there is like a step on that, because it's really worn out heavily. Also, those are brushes, 1, 2, and 2 on other side. Yeah, look at them. There is a slot where they move, and they're almost at the bottom. I mean that brushes are almost gone. Yeah, like look how deep is that. Yeah, let me show you. So those brushes are almost completely gone. What can we do with such pump? Technically, it's possible to probably repair such pump. Yeah, like, but the rotor contact ring is very worn out, so you will need a new rotor. Yeah, you will need a new seal. Yeah, you will need new brushes. Also, there is a still problem with that power connector. Yeah, that you probably can somehow like cut the plastic out and maybe solder a piece of copper strip, you know, or just connect wires directly, like cut the plastic connector completely off and just solder proper wires, you know. But really, that pump at this stage does not make sense to repair. Like it's not, it makes no sense. Like even parts will cost more than a used pump on eBay, you know. So that's how it is. Let me quickly put it back together and show you that it still works. Yeah. Yeah, spins fine. So fine. Yeah. Okay, I hope that was helpful and will help you to fix your pump. Yeah. Unfortunately, as you can see, that pump does not worth fixing. Just it's unreliable. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to fix it. Leave a comment, subscribe, and also if someone could send me few dead pumps, especially like shorted electronic, probably I could show you a deeper ways to fix even electronic block, but I simply don't have anything to fix. Yeah, so if someone could send me few broken pumps, I will really appreciate that. Yeah. So at that point, thanks for watching and goodbye.